All right, welcome everybody to episode 5 of Satisfactory from Scratch in the Rocky Desert. We are picking back up here. Last time we got a few other lines installed to add some more plates to our production. And as you can see, a lot of things are not moving at the moment, and that is for a good reason. And that reason is because overnight, I actually let this entire thing sit and run to build up some resources. Just so we can get moving a little bit quicker today in this episode. A couple things that we've gotten. I've built up a pretty good supply of screws, which actually I've got in 2 different containers now. And I believe we are actually full up on reinforced plates. And we've got quite a few rotors. We've got a lot of rotors made up. And another thing I did was put in a storage container after our smart plating assembler, and we've got quite a bit of smart plating, actually enough smart plating that we can put that should be enough to put in the space elevator to finish that off there. And actually there are some advanced modules and some steel tubes I believe that we need to finish that off, but we do have the we do have our smart plating already made up, but we do need 500 versatile framework, and we do need 100 automated wiring. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. I'm guessing the framework is going to be modular frames plus something. So maybe one thing that we're going to do today as well, after we get our steel production going, is getting modular frames set up to be assembled, which are reinforced plates and iron rods. So we may have to figure out another place to set our iron rods, because I think we've got one over here. This one over here especially has a lot of iron rods, so we can take a splitter off of one of these and send that where we need to send it to make those modular frames. One thing I do want to do as well, so yesterday we got the foundry set up out here to do its thing. So one thing I do want to do though is get power run back this direction. So we have it. We'll put another one right there just because. Put that one there. Okay. So that one is going to be producing steel ingots. So we need iron ore is not going to be a problem. We've got lots of iron ore. I've got an entire miner over here that can handle, or that is not even pumping out iron ore right now, because we're going to run that into our steel. The problem is that we've got to get coal over here. And our problem, if you've been watching the series so far, is that our coal is about 1,400 meters away, about 1.4 kilometers away, which is a very difficult thing to have to deal with. So there's a couple things that we can do. We have a few options actually. One is we can use the tractor and an equipment, or and a vehicle station to create, and 2 vehicle stations to create a recorded route that this tractor runs back and forth, where it goes and it picks up coal and comes back. That's not a terrible option. The one thing I don't love about doing that is that you have to manage the fuel, and you have to keep track of that a little bit and make sure that's already always full up. And with such a long journey, that's something I'm not super excited about having to manage. So the other option is conveying it all the way here. So I'm thinking that honestly might have to be our option, because one, conveying it over here is going to give us a lot more flexibility for how we do stuff in the future, as far as bringing coal in, so that you're not limited by capacity of the tractor or how fast it drives or anything like that. And another option too would be to convey it partway up and then truck it the rest of the way, or truck it partway and then convey it the rest of the way, just so you can limit how much time the truck is actually going back and forth. But again, that's still more managing fuel and things like that, which not super excited about doing. So what I think I'm gonna do is do the conveyor route, and since we're a long ways out there, we can do kind of one of 2 things. We can either do We can either do a regular Mark 1 conveyor or we can do a Mark 2 conveyor. We could theoretically get to the Mark 3 conveyors, but we don't have those available yet, and I think those are going to involve steel, which we don't have anyways. But we do have a ton of reinforced plates made, which that's what you need to make the Mark 2 conveyors. And I'm thinking that that is actually going to be a good option for us. So one thing we're going to want to do is it's gonna require a lot of. So let's do. Actually, I'm gonna just set this as the default because we're gonna be using a lot of these Mark II conveyors from now on. It's just a lot of reinforced iron plates, but we had the conveyor poles, which cost iron rods and some steel plates, which we've got a few of those. But I'm thinking we're gonna need more concrete. We're going to need iron rods for sure, but I think we're going to need more concrete and more plates, even though it's only one apiece. So I'm going to dump a few of these things off that I have in my inventory, because I've got a few extras that I picked up along the way. These alien organs I figured out are actually, they will make 200 biomass per unit, which is really, really interesting. So let's get rid of a couple of these things. Sulfur, I found some of that. Got iron ore. I don't really need that with me. I think we've got some good stuff here. So what we're going to do is grab a couple hundred more concrete, and we're going to grab a couple hundred plates. I think we're going to need it. We may end up needing more reinforced plates too, but we can work with it for right now. So the big trick is going to be getting it out of that giant valley that it's in, which is not going to be a ton of fun. But once we get it out of that and we get it over this direction, things get a lot easier. We can keep it nice and high in the air. We can. Oh wait, I need iron. Before I get too far, I need iron rods. But once we get it down this direction. We can get it where we need it to go, and it's also something that we can always adjust later on. Let's see here. Okay, I need to get some iron rods. Get a couple hundred of those just to make sure we're good on those. Now, I'm not saying we're definitely going to be good on those, but it'll get us quite a ways. Because one option would be to just create a road, basically, that this thing stops at, or that this thing drives on to get back there. But, like I said, I don't want to have to manage the tractor as far as its fuel goes and its carrying capacity. And the conveyor is just going to be a much better, more consistent option. I think we might have just lost power. Or maybe not. Maybe I just misheard something. So if you see there, I did actually end up running power over to that drop pod that I found over there and got the hard drive out. So that is actually researching right now too. That's one thing I did forget to mention. Those tigers, we're gonna have to figure something out with those. Come back here. I'm thinking it's probably gonna make the most sense just to try to follow our power lines as best we can. Since it's just a kind of an established route at this point. There's not a lot of huge obstacles in the way. So we're going to head back this way, and we're going to kind of take a look at the site a little bit and figure out what our needed direction is going to be as far as getting it out of there. I'm thinking we're going to end up having to involve some vertical pieces, some actual lift conveyors to get it out of there. Otherwise, we're going to be tracking all the way around Kingdom Come and using a lot more reinforced plates to go up and around to get all of our stuff out. Let's see, when we get through, this is the easy stuff when you get in here. You can just lay big, long sections of it, and it's no problem. Ah, there is a power slug there. Interesting. That might be good to get for one of our coal generators. And there's some fireflies there. That's okay. We can work with them. They're not that bad now that we've got our sword thing. Ow. Good there. That's all those. Those fireflies are going to go off. That's okay. Come over here. Are you stuck in the tree? That would be amazing if you're stuck in the tree. Not enough space for the green power slug. That's unfortunate. Let's dump 3 wood. Seems like a good option. Alright, since those are stuck in the tree. Grab that power slug. Okay. So, let's... Oh, now they get free. So I'm thinking, actually, coming from up that way looks like it might be the better option. Let's see if there's a route. If I can even get up there from here. The tractor can go quite a few places, but... if I have to walk up there, that's not a huge catastrophe. Ooh, if I can get up there. I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't know if I can get up that, but I think I can walk up. Yes, I can. Okay. A couple fireflies up here. Ooh, but there is iron there, so that's interesting. Because that would theoretically allow us to put a smelter down here and actually make our steel ingots down here. Where are you at? Okay. Let's get this over with. There we go. Okay. What do we got here? So that is iron ore. Okay. That's interesting, because then we could theoretically make steel ingots down here and then just send steel ingots up. Which seems like a legitimate possibility. But yeah, I'm thinking that coming up, oh, there's a power slug. I'm not sure how to get back there and then get out and around. But putting in that other miner down there and then going vertical and then coming up this way seems like the best option at this point. Let's see is there any way to get, there's a thing to go through there, but I don't really know. We're gonna have to build up no matter what. But I'm thinking instead of going up over there, we're gonna bring it. I think we're gonna bring it up and then kind of slowly work our way up over here, as opposed to trying to go up and then figure out a way to get over there in the first place. Yeah, I think that's going to be our way to go. So unfortunately I can't do it from here, but not going to be terribly difficult to take care of it from down there. Though we will have to come back up here. So this is actually going to be a little bit longer episode today. Which is not a big deal. We can, I mean, the other option is we can always just follow the power lines around. Which is a lot of extra material, but it does save us from having to kind of horse around with going every single which way. I may have just realized that I I boxed myself in over here. But that's okay. So let's go. Like I said, let's actually. I don't think about it. I want to get that power shard made up and stick it into this coal generator just so we can power that up a little bit. Make sure we're covering our bases as far as our production goes. Since I've got the power slug, might as well use it. Is there anything I don't need? 9 ingots. No, I'm gonna worry about that. Alright, I think it's this one. Oh, what happened here? Why did we blow a fuse? That's weird. $112.5 and $112.5. That is odd. So yeah, we did lose power there for a little bit. I thought we did. I thought that's what I heard, but wasn't sure. So it looks like we're doing okay on power now. I know it does spike a little bit here and there, but it looks like we're doing okay on power. Plus, once we get coal up to the base, then we can actually build a coal power plant up that way. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's get... Do we have a mine? Oh, I probably don't have a miner made. Or at least I don't have one with me. It's unfortunate. What do I need to make a miner? Oh, I've got everything I need to make a miner. Except for space in the inventory. Okay. So let's get a miner made right there. I know there was another one around here. There it is. Something like that. Get our power hooked up. We'll get another pedestal in just to make sure. Okay. Wish it wasn't so foggy. I can't hardly see a damn thing. It's gonna make it really difficult to get coal where we need to get it. And actually, well, another option we do have too, since this is not eating up anywhere near as much coal as would need be, because I can always take this splitter and run it where I need it to go. I can always split I can always run them both into here. Problem is I want to make sure I don't run out of coal. But if I have 2 miners going, shoving coal into this thing, and these are only burning... Trying to see how much coal it's actually burning. One every 2.9 seconds, so one every 3 seconds essentially. So it's burning 20 a minute. So these are only burning 40 a minute, and these things are putting out 60. So we can afford to bring a lot of coal up this way. And I've got a merger here, so actually I wonder if is there a third one down here? 1, 2. Is there another one around here? Not really, just those 2. Okay, that's fine. So, I think what I'm going to do is run these into that storage. I'm going to run these into that storage bin so we can just capture the extra stuff. Bang. Okay. Okay. So we are cooking. We're sending coal out. I like it. So now we're going to have coal flying in here. But we also need a lot of coal coming out. So let's... Because eventually we're probably going to want to upgrade to Mark III conveyors, which is going to be a lot. Really just wish that there was a... I really wish that there was coal a lot closer to base. It's kind of my main qualm right now. But no matter. We are prepared to run conveyor lifts, which unfortunately are going to be in the way. That sucks. Okay, so what we can do... What can I do to get that out of the way? I'm not sure I can do much, honestly, because that's going to have to be there. All right, so okay, so here I think this is going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up remaking these lines. I'm going to put a merger here and then a splitter. I'm going to put a merger right next to a splitter. So I'm going to merge the two lines together to make one bigger line. And then I'm going to split them off before the storage container. So that way it's filling the storage container and sending stuff off to base two at a time, no matter what. So that way we're going to get maximum amount of coal heading to base once this thing is full, which this thing is going to be full all the time because those two power plants are not eating enough coal. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of this merger. We're going to get rid of that belt. And we're going to get rid of that belt, which I don't have enough... I don't have enough space in my inventory to store all that coal, unfortunately. Okay, but what I'm gonna do... It's not a big deal, actually, because we've got plenty. How do I just get rid of those? I can't? Okay. So we're gonna do a splitter here. Right there. Is that gonna work? Okay. So then now I want a merger. Logistics. I want a merger right behind it. Something like that. I feel like I want to put a foundation down. Something like that. Okay. So then we want our merger right behind it. Something like that. So that's going there. That's coming here. And that's coming here. So now we've got lots of coal coming in. And they're coming into the merger, which they're gonna hit hit the splitter, go straight through, and continue to keep filling that. But now what we can do is take the splitter and come off the side over here. Conveyor Mark II. We're gonna go up as high as we can. Holy shit. Let's go this direction. How high is practical? let's do that. Okay, so now what we need to do is put in a conveyor pole. Like one like right about there. See, I built that. I don't know why I built that steep, or that tall, because I can't. I'm pretty sure it's not like I can do that anyways. Well, that's just nonsense. I don't know why I did that. Let's do that. 3, there. Go like that. Get it up. Okay. And 3. So that. Oh, well, that's where it comes in handy. Okay. So now we put another lift in right there. And then we go up. I wonder if I can reach it from down up there. I bet I can. Okay. It's gonna be disappointing if I can't, because I'll have to drop down and then come back up. But that's life. Okay, so I think we're good down here. Crouch, 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 thank you. Alright, so now we gotta go all the way back around. This thing needs a radio. I feel like fix-it radio should be a thing. Or you can build a radio tower. I don't know. Something. Tractor's always struggling getting up these. I wonder if you can upgrade this thing later. I don't know. Or maybe you don't need it because you've got the hyper tubes. Alright, so let's get back up here. Nice all-terrain vehicle. I'll hop out. Go up over here. I would really appreciate if this game would let me bring it up from right here. Can't even tell you how great that would be. Oh, I bet you it's gonna. Hell yeah. Okay. Now we can just bring that here. And congratulations to us, we've got coal up and out of that valley. So let's try to keep this higher right now, because I don't know how much we're going to need to get back here again. And the less rebuilding you can make yourself do, the better. Keep that 2 there. Two right there. Okay. And our tractor's right down there. Okay, so now we can kind of keep working our way back. Okay. Just keep running it. We'll turn it that way just a little bit, I think. Yeah. So by doing that, we can get it up out of the way a little bit anyways. No, I was gonna go open over the top there, but actually we can still do that. Get up here? Yeah, we can. Look at us go. Keep coming around. 2 over there. 1, 2. All right, we're in business. And now we're getting back closer to the to our route that our power lines take. Where did I leave the truck? There it is. All right, look at all that beautiful coal heading this way. All right. Of course, the friggin' rock there. All right. So now we gotta find something to do with it. Now that it's over here, we gotta get through. Got to get through the spores. I feel like there's got to be a way to get rid of the spores at some point, but I don't know what that is. Since this is our most direct route there, we're gonna just send it up through. As much as I don't really want to. 2, 3. We'll get it out of the trees. Okay. Let's hop back on the tractor. We're getting there. Of course, now that I've got a route established through down to the coal, we're in much better place now. Oh. 1, 2. Let's just get it up a little bit higher. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. I might die. Okay. We're okay. I don't think I brought any berries with me, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're keeping this plenty high to keep it just out of the way so that we don't have to worry about. Look at all that coal. Two, 3. Would it be easier for me to just walk this back? Yeah, probably, but I don't really have a good way to get it back to base. Two, 3. Okay. Alright, so let's do our... We just go straight there? No. We'll go right to the top of this thing here. All right. And we can get back across the river and all that. It'd be good to go. And we're in the home clear. And yeah, for a YouTube video, I suppose I probably could shorten these up a little bit and skip all the boring parts basically. But part of this game is the boring parts, and you got to see that sometimes some things are tedious and some things can be sped up. Now, fortunately, this game is kind of all about speeding that stuff up, but a lot of these things are still going to be tedious to get them set up the first time before you can go back and improve them all. Okay, that 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now we can get across the river. Okay. That there. Might run into an issue with our cactus-looking friend over here, but that's okay. Because we do have a... Actually, I don't know if I have my chainsaw with me now that I think about it. We'll keep moving along. I don't know where these things are at. Yeah, I was afraid of that because I didn't have any health left. Okay, that's okay because I can go back out there and just get it. It's not a big deal. And I'm not that far away from where I was. But that does mean I gotta run back out there. But we are not that far away. I should have actually probably just ran and got back on the tractor and just kept moving. And not even tried to fight him. Oh well. I should be collecting barrel nuts as I find them, but once again, oh well. Let's get those in the hand slot. I'm just hoping I can get back. If I can at least get to the tractor before the tiger's aggro onto me, then I can kind of figure it out from there. Oh, there's one of them. Now let's just eat, and then we're just gonna go around if possible. It's right on the other side. Oh shit, there's more of them. Jesus, there's a lot of them. Fortunately, there's unlimited sprint on this, and I don't have to stop for anything. Hey, there's that thing. Nope. I said not today. Unfortunately, they could make this whole getting my crate. Nope, just kidding. I was thinking it's gonna be more of a pain in the butt than that. Let's put that there. Oh, let's see that. We'll put that in our other slot. And we'll put the barrel nuts in that slot. Okay. So we've got to figure out a way to get something set up over here without aggroing too many of the tigers, which is probably going to be about impossible. How many of them are we going to aggro? If it's just the two, I can make that work. Ooh, baby. Ooh, that's awesome. I actually got all of them. Just like that. The sword is fantastic. How far do we need to go back? There we go. Okay. Get that run down there. Okay, now I think we're really kind of in the home stretch here. Keep on moving. Send that up a little ways just so we can. There we go. Okay. And this is our last ridge, I think, before we get to kind of our home valley. Yep. Very good. Okay. So what we are going to do, though, I think is going to bring this in on a pipe rack. Because I kind of had this, I was thinking about this a little bit, and how I wanted to bring the materials. Because I'm pretty sure, since we're going to have to make modular frames and all that, we're going to have to bring more materials back from our iron line and bring it back to the steel line. So to do that, I think we're going to make it, try to organize it a little bit, and maybe even put separate storage bins back there, specifically for kind of our iron raw materials that we need for the steel line. Okay. Okay, so need to get a plan figured out for bringing that back right about there. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, now that I've got it kind of there, I get something figured out, because our steel line's way over here. I also don't want to get that, I don't want to get all of that stuff in the way for when we inevitably expand out that direction further, so I don't have to move a bunch of stuff later on. But I'm thinking what we're gonna end up doing is upstepping to 7 or to the 4-foot foundations here. Like that. Oh shit, I put one down there for no reason at all. Okay, that's fine. We're kind of making a bridge. And actually I can get rid of that. Okay, just what I want to do. Nope, I want to get these big foundations in there. So what I want to do is put those pipe racks in. Okay, so we're gonna need to step up again there probably, or at least in this little section. Which that's okay, because there's 2-meter ramps too. But the important thing is I think I want to get a pipe rack set up back through here. So that way I can bring stuff back if I need to. So like I'm going to set one up. Logistics, organization, no, logistics, stackable conveyor pole. So I'm going to get some of these set up right here. Set one up right there. And one right there. And we're going to set them up 3 high. And I think I need one probably right there, I suppose. Right there. We'll do another one right there and there. This is started. But I'm thinking we're probably going to need to expand out this way further. I'm actually out of concrete. Look at that. I'm sure the concrete is probably already filled back up and the line is now stopped again, but there's worse problems to have than having a surplus of all your raw materials that you need. So I don't really need that anymore. I don't need the barrel net either. Don't need that. Sword. Okay. Not that I really need that either, but that's okay. And then we'll get that. We'll get that. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Shit. That looks weird underneath. Alright. Can I get up? Nope. How about now? Nope. How about now? Yep. Okay. Let's see if I can get one there, and one there. So that way we're the same width all the way out. I don't really like the way that looks, but I think I also just put that one in, so it's not that big a deal. Ramp 2 meters. 2 meters. 2 meters. And 2 meters. Okay. Got a nice ramp up there. Okay. That's good. But yeah, this way we can bring stuff out, at least keep it organized in these pipe racks coming down. So I think that's what I'm going to do with these coal, is I'm going to bring it down and put it probably maybe just on this top rack just to keep it out of the way. Or I'll make a 4th one up top. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know if I really need that many, but I'll put a 4th one there just to kind of designate that as our coal. So I need to bring it in. I might as well actually, now that I think about it, might as well bring these conveyor poles this way. It's one in, so, and since we're a little bit shorter here, we'll go with just 3 high, and I don't think we're going to need the extra space. It's not going to be a big deal, I don't think. Right there, that way it just kind of keeps us level. And then we can do another one. What is that? It's weird. Okay, and then we'll do another one right there. And we can always add on. So I'm not going to worry too much about it getting it perfect. But I'm going to put one on the end over here. So we have it as a reference point. So let's bring our coal over here. So right there. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we can take that from there to there. And there to there. And there to there. There to there. Okay. So I do still want to, though, I want to put more stackable conveyors in. I'll put another one in here. I don't think I need more than one going back here because we're just going to have our we'll just mainly have coal and maybe some iron or something coming back here for now anyways. Right there. Right there to right there. Right there to right there. And then we will put in a conveyor lift to right there. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so let's get rid of that, 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 and that. And we'll put our stackable conveyor pole. Maybe actually in the power pole? That gonna be weird. Or we'll set it back one. Just to give it a little bit of space to change elevation as needed. Right there. So then if I do that, approaching another's clearance. Let me tell you what. And that's where I did put in. It wasn't going to quite work. But there, it's too far back. Maybe if I just did one of these and just ran it straight out. Something like that. Now what would happen? Oh, you mean it'd be perfect? Well, pretty close to perfect. It looks kind of wonky, but it's okay. I'd like to announce that we have just run coal in from about 1,400 meters away and now have it filtering in to our forge that's outstanding, or to our foundry. Look at that. It's cruising. All right. So the nice thing too is that we can feed iron straight in from here. And oh wait, I messed that up. Something like that. Actually, let's, just to keep it out of the way, can we do that? Outstanding. So let's just put a Mark II conveyor in and do that. And then we can keep everything out of the way. So look at that. We've got iron coming in. We've got coal coming in. And pretty quick, we're going to be making steel. It's beautiful. Look at that. All sorts of good stuff. Oh, and it's popping on 3 steel ingots. 3 iron ore, 3 coal, 3 steel ingots. Alright, so now we're going to need a storage unit. Organization, storage container. Let's just make sure we get this in the right place. Something like that. Yeah, it's moving this ingots a lot faster than we need it to. But that's okay because we've got steel ingots, and that is a huge milestone. That is big time. Okay. So now I'm questioning, though, do we need a constructor to make our steel parts, or do we need an assembler? Because, so let's check what the recipes available are. So steel pipes. So we need, for steel beams, it's just steel ingots. Steel pipe is just steel ingots. Easy enough. And then our assemblers, I'm guessing, is what's going to be our, that's where our steel, like our modular frames and things like that, that's where they're going to come in. So let's get a splitter in. Something like that. Get that rolling in there. Okay, so now we need to get a couple constructors in there. Okay. So I'm thinking I'd like to get it as compact as we can, because these seem like it's going to be two base things that we're going to need. But I'm not sure if it's going to be... Okay, so let's get them far enough ahead that it's not going to be a big deal, and then we'll move them in as far as we need to. I want to see... One thing I want to see is how quickly it makes these things. So we need steel pipe. I know we need lots of steel pipe. So that's taking 30 ingots a minute. Which that has no power. So let's get some power set up. It's got 3 out of 4. 2 out of 4. Let's just get power over this direction. Kind of, it's gonna sound weird, but I think I might put it right in the middle. Or let's pull it off of a different one. We'll pull it off of back here. Yeah. And bring it back and do it the right way. Hashtag the right way. Okay. So we're good there. We'll use that one there, that's no problem. Okay, so we're making steel ingots. It's getting plenty. We've got 30 steel coming in per minute, or that's somebody it's going to use per minute. Yeah, it's gonna use 30 per minute. Because right now it can get up to 120 a minute via the production line. We're building up. We're not building up with surplus yet, but that's just because it's dumping out into one thing. I really would like to get a power shard in there. And get to that one or something, so I could get one put in there. A couple of those would be really great. So then let's get another constructor set up. This one we'll set to steel beams for right now. We may end up changing that, but that's what we're going to do for right now. Looks like we'll have to build out a 4th row, which is no problem. And that's going to use 60 a minute. Interesting. Okay. So we are actually not going to have enough steel to produce what we need. We'll have plenty of coal, so but we actually need more iron. But I think... How are our steel ingots doing here? We're doing really good there. I'm kind of thinking I might peel off of this line here for now, because I've got that splitter. Where is this going to peel off? Do I have a little section here that would work? Yes, I do. Let's put a merger in here. So I can add a little bit more. Here we go. Something like that. Doesn't need to be perfect. From there to there. From there to there. And from there to there. Oh, whatever. We can just bring it through here. And to there. Okay. I know we're kind of eating a little bit of our iron supply here, but that's actually going to be just fine. And that's running 1-to-1, so that's fine. We'll just supplementing our iron a little bit, just to help us. Oh, I was afraid of that. We are out of extra coal power. So what we'll need to do, I was kind of afraid we're gonna have to do this, is start stockpiling coal a little bit. I think we're gonna be able to bring it over here faster than we would ordinarily have to. Let's just flip on a biomass burner, just so we have it, and put in a coal thing over here. I kind of want to see what our coal reserves look like over here. How much coal we can bring in. See, we're still really full up on iron over here, so we're making plenty. It's really using about as much as it can handle. So if I were to get a shard to put that on there to speed that up, which I know I've got shards. I think I moved a couple around. I think I might have some on one of these. I think I might have one on this screw producer or the screw constructor. I got 2 of them on there. Let's pull one off. I think we're still doing okay there. I don't need to be running at 100% efficiency on that anymore, since we've got all of our smart plating and stuff like that already made up. So what I do want to do, though, is get our forge, or our foundry, beefed up a little bit. Interesting that you can throttle this. No, let's just make as many as we can make. So let's see if our coal is keeping up, which it totally is. So now we're producing 67.5 parts a minute, which is good. And actually I might... Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab that other power shard out of that screw constructor, because I don't think we need it right now. I'm really not worried about it. I mean, that's outputting a lot of screws, but they're going straight into rotors, which we've got plenty of rotors. And we've got plenty of smart plating. Really don't need smart plating anymore. So I'm actually going to turn that on standby just to save our power consumption a little bit. We'll keep making rotors and we'll keep making reinforced plates, so we have them, but I'm not worried about it too much. I do want to get this foundry up and going, so that way we can get steel beams and steel tubes, or steel pipes. Get those really rocking and rolling. We'll get that clocked up to 200%. There we go. 90 a minute. That's what we're going to need, I think. So that's what we're going to need to properly supply what we're doing here. Because these things just pump out steel pipes, or steel beams. It's eating 60. It's eating 60 a minute. Yeah. That's good. So what we need to do now is get a couple storage containers made up. And actually that will, if we do it this way, this will give us a little bit of room also to put in mergers if need be. I'm not going to worry about too much about conserving space here, because I think this steel line is going to need to be expanded quite a bit more, and I want to make sure that we can deal with it. Put it right. Come on. That right there's fine. I'll put another one right there. It always gives us a spot to put a splitter or a merger in if need be. Oh, we wouldn't need to put a splitter, but a merger if we were going to make more. Alright, so we are good to go there. Now we're making all sorts of steel beams and pipes and such, which is exciting. Is anything waiting on anything? Not really. So now we can probably put an assembler in down here just to see what we need to make some things. Production, and put an assembler in. Put it in right here. I'm missing a rotor. Need 4 rotors. Darn, where am I going to find 4 rotors? I'll just actually pull them off this line here. Is there one more coming? There, I'll eat that one. That way I can make 2 assemblers. Okay, so let's make an assembler. I said I don't know exactly what we're going to need here, but I do know I want to give myself plenty of room for a splitter if need be. I'm not as worried about getting it there, so let's put that there. Because we're still underneath the pipe racks. We're still fine. Actually, we're kind of inside the pipe racks. Let's get outside the pipe racks. I was going to set it inside, but I want to make sure we have enough room. Okay, that'll be good. So let's look at our... Okay, so versatile framework. I was gonna say it's probably modular frames. So we need modular frames and we need steel beams. That's unfortunate that I have those in opposite things. So what we do need to put in is a splitter. With enough room that, yeah, there's enough room that we can get vertical pieces in. If need be. So let's get that. Mark 2. Okay. Should almost switch those around. Just to make it easier. Splitter. May not have put that in the best place. I'm going to move it down one more just to give myself more room from the splitters. I might be wasting materials, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Something like that. So then what I'm gonna do is get rid of that. Okay. So I'm gonna put a splitter in for each of these. Like that. I'm gonna put them a little bit ways away just to give myself room to get things out if I need to. Another splitter. Probably should have actually even given myself a little bit more room, because I don't think I can get a vertical out of either of those. If I need to go to 3. But I can always send it over into another storage bin or something like that, into another storage container. So we are gonna do this, and we're gonna run that in there. And we need to get an assembler set up for modular frames. So we can do that now. We've got a few storage things here. It's reinforced, reinforced plates and iron rods. So we're gonna get another constructor set up here, or another assembler, I should say. Assembler, just like that. Something right in there. I'm gonna set this up kind of towards the end, just so we can keep ourselves organized, sort of. One more out, just like that. Okay, because we'll bring in our reinforced plates. We'll put a splitter in just in case we need to send those someplace else. Logistics splitter. Oh, I put that thing in backwards. Son of a gun. Assembler. There we go. Put it in the right direction. All right. Right there. That's what we wanted. So let's put in our splitter finally. We'll put that in there so we have our first one kind of coming out straight at this thing. Actually, I don't necessarily need it straight out. I kind of want to create some extra, little bit of extra room just in case things need to get out. We'll go there, and we'll go there. So now we need to get iron rods over here. And I'm thinking we're going to want to put a couple pipe racks in here. Or a couple conveyor poles, I should say. I keep calling them pipe racks because that's actually kind of what they're called in real life. We can always add more onto these too. So then I'm thinking if we stack, if we go here, or if we go here, yeah. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get iron rods from over there. So we've got plenty of them. And I've got a splitter thing that can go there. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is actually kind of switch those around a little bit. Okay. Because this is the screw constructor. Oh wait, those are screws that are coming out. Oh, wait, no, those are iron rods. Okay, so what I want to do is it's only making 15 a minute though. Is that keeping up? It seems like it's almost kind of... It's kind of hovering. Almost might not be a bad idea to try to find a way to make some more iron rods. More power shards. Where are you when you need you? I need more power shards. Or I need more miners. I need better miners. Ooh, speaking of better miners, now that I'm making steel things, I can see if what kind of tier 4 stuff we can make, because I know there are Mark II miners that will help us. That's advanced steel production. Yeah, there's our miners right there. So need a bunch of, so I need some steel pipes, a couple hundred routers. Let's do that. A couple hundred rotors, because that will unlock our Mark II miners, which those can really pump out a lot more iron, which is exactly what we need. I don't need cable, I need wire, which we're not really making any more of at the moment, but that's okay. 200 pipes. I'm not sure if we've got 200 pipes made yet or not. Actually, I probably should start making copper wire again. Since we've already got a biomass burner turned on anyways, we might as well just keep using it. We're doing biomass. Did okay. We're kind of pushing this. I'm going to turn this other one on. Guess we're kind of pushing it a little bit on capacity. I want to make sure that we can do that. So I need to grab 200 rotors and 200 steel pipes, which I think we're probably not that far off of. It was really cooking them. It was really pumping them out before. Oh wait, that's our modular frames. Here's our rotors. Wish there was a way to label these. Maybe there is, actually. There is paint. That's probably why it exists. Steel pipes right here. A couple hundred of them. Look at that. We've already got a bunch of them made. I'm curious if the Mark II miners are going to require more stuff than just power. Or if they're going to require water, or what the deal is. A little bit more concrete. All right.
Milestone reached. Improved miner included to double extraction rates and improve efficiency of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting.
Okay.
An additional project part can now be constructed. Further progress to the next phase is now possible.
Okay. Production, miner Mark II. Extract solid resources from a resource node, 120 resources per minute. Otherwise, it's basically the same thing. Okay, so we can just bring out a bunch more. Need steel pipes, so we need industrial beams, which is concrete. Hey, we're going to use concrete for something. I was wondering when we were going to bring that back in. So we will need to put a splitter in and get ready to send that to a different place. Splitter, splitter, splitter is in logistics. Splitter. Okay. Can I get a vertical lift there? Kinda. Okay. Either way, we've got that there and ready to go. We're making plenty of concrete. We'll need it for the steel beams as well. We're using lots of steel beams right now, not so many steel pipes yet. So I was gonna replace. So I want to replace those miners, the Mark I miners, with the Mark II. I know it's gonna shut a bunch of stuff down, but kind of was wondering: is there a Mark II smelter? It just says smelters and foundries. Doesn't look like there's any sort of Mark II smelter. or at least not as of right now. So I definitely want to get this one replaced. So the question is, did I get my miner back? You actually need 2 miners. Interesting. We do need some industrial beams. So let's just get a thing set up there. So we need a poor miner, encased industrial beams, steel pipe, modular frames. So we've got enough modular frames. So I just need I've got some concrete with me that I can just manually make some encased steel beams or encased industrial beams right now. Steel pipe, need a few of those. That's stealing a steel pipe. Okay, it's going in there. Let's grab some of those. Just takes forever to make those, huh? Okay, and then we need some encased industrial beams, which is going to need probably a stack of these. I don't know. And then let's go make a portable miner real quick. Oh god. I need walkways. I need walkways real bad. Oh. Equipment things over here. Portable miner. I can make one. Look at that. Okay. So we've got our second portable miner. So let's go make a couple encased industrial beams. Hopefully these don't take a day and a half to make. Nope, they don't. I'm assuming we're gonna need a bunch of these for something. Okay. Encased industrial beam. Good there. Miner Mark II. Look at how pretty she is. Alright. Bang, bang. There and there. Alright. Now we can really pump out some. I was gonna say, I wonder if it takes a second to engage. Looks kind of weird. Whatever. Alright. So we've got iron coming. Lots of it. Hopefully we've got enough coal, because otherwise we're going to have to pull coal from somewhere else. Or we're going to have to... Well, otherwise... That's another thing, too, is we can make a couple more Mark II miners and get that set up for our coal, so we can start really making a lot of coal. And it looks like we're doing pretty good on our ore production. We're doing really good. We're gaining on it just a hair, which is exactly what you want to do. I'd rather have material waiting for it than it being starved. It's gaining on it just a hair. So we got that. We're doing good there. And we're really kind of just making them as fast as we can right now. We got nice steel ingots going in there. Nice beams coming out. And now we need to get our modular frames made up. So, I forgot about these alternate copper rotors. 52 screws as opposed to 25. So it's a lot more screws. That's going to slow things way down. Okay, so what we want to do... Stator. Oops, see, now we're combining copper. There you go. Finally, we're gonna have to finally bring copper over. All right, but we do need modular frames. We're still gonna have to get everything up to speed. I kind of want to make another Mark II miner for our line that's feeding most of our steel cable, or steel cable, not cables, iron rods, like this one. This one can't move them fast enough. We're making a lot of steel rods right now, and there's a bunch of them that are just sitting here. So I'm thinking we can that's a merger there. What to do here? Right now, this one's really only going towards rods. So where is this going? Okay, that's going to rotors. Which we're nowhere close to being full up on that. So we can take this third one here. We can go vertical. Logistics. Conveyor pole Mark II. Just so we can get it out of the way. Okay, so now we need to figure out where this thing needs to get sent. Oh, I should actually gone. I actually probably should have gone the other direction, but that's okay because we can run it over here and hit the pipe rack and come back up. That's not a problem. Well, actually might be a problem. We're going to turn that the other direction. Okay, so now okay, so maybe we have to go out. Maybe we need to go out that way. Because we need to get it over here. Either that or I should just... Actually, what I really should do is just reconfigure it so that... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Conveyor, lift, Mark II. Okay. And then we're going to turn this one around. Because I just need to hit that right there. So let's set up another one right about there. Is it really not going to let me go over top of these things? Because that would be nonsensical. Okay, so it appears we might have to do this a little bit of a harder way. Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to set these up just to keep them as much out of the way as possible. Down to there. What could it be? Oh my god. Okay. So then let's go. Put another one in. And another one. Just until we get one that works. Okay. So that one works. Okay. So now let's see if we can... What does it look like if I just... No, we're not doing that. Okay, so I need to get it from there down. Okay, wait, I have an idea. This seems silly now. Okay. Now we're in business. We'll come off of that. We'll come down. And we'll hit that. Now we'll come off of that. We'll hit that. There we go. Much better. Ah, finally ran out of reinforced iron plates. Good thing I've got a bunch. So let's put another lift in. Just like that. We'll go from there to there. Okay. Starting to do a much better job of keeping this thing more organized and keeping stuff off the ground when possible. And this is going to make modular frames. Do I not? Nope, I don't have power. Seems fitting that after all of that monkeying around, I didn't have power. Okay, let's see. What does our iron rod supply looks pretty good. Okay, so we need to get a storage container in here, which means I need more concrete. Okay. That's almost what I should do one day, is just go in here and clean up all of these, just so they, like, bring them vertical up to 2-3 high, and then bring them back down where they need to go. Get everything nice and in pipe racks and things like that, just so we can keep everything nice and out of the way. Just go back and do a big reorganization. Concrete, what is it going to do? Oh yes, I need to expand this out. Okay, we'll go out another one just to get that going. We'll get a storage container. I don't need that to be in anywhere special, because we're just going into the storage container. Nice steady stream of coal. I like that. Look at that. We're making modular frames. I'm gonna get some. Those are weird. All right, I need to get some foundations. I need to get some ramps set in there. Yeah. Something like that. Just so I can get up and down off of that thing. Alright, so we're looking good there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. They not have a recipe? Oh, that's because I need to bring my modular frames back. But we did a good job and got our... We need to get a splitter in. Okay, so we'll get our splitter in. Logistics splitter. Something like that. We're good there. And we'll get our Mark II lift. And we'll go... let's see how high we need to go. Something like that, I think. I think actually what we're going to do as well is build that out. So that way we can more directly reach our pipe racks or whatever you call them. Stackable assembly or stackable conveyor poles. So let's get that in right about there. Okay, so we're good there. Actually, I do want to... I think I actually want to get a stackable conveyor pole set up here. So that way I can bring stuff in from other places as need be. And that's going to end up right there. End up right there. And we'll go up one just to keep it consistent. Keep that there. Okay, so now here's one point of concern. Is figuring out where to start merging these things over, which we'll do that there. Obviously that's going to affect how we use some of these going forward, but... I think we're okay. We can use that. Okay, so now we've got modular frames going in. See, I guess I haven't looked at how often we're actually sending modular frames out. Not very often. It takes a full minute to produce 2 of them. Man. This thing also does not have a recipe. But I would like versatile framework. Okay. Oh, I don't have power hooked up. It's always the last thing. There we go. And that's going to produce more. Oh, it only takes one modular frame. Eats 2.5 a minute. So actually, we can keep up with our framework just by putting in half of a shard. Because the shard gives us an extra 50% right away, so you only even need to use half the shard to keep up with your modular frame production, actually. So that's actually kind of really interesting that it goes that slow. It sure is eating steel beams up pretty quick, though. Of course, it's just supply. It's just eating up extra supply right now. Okay. So now, another thing we're going to have to do is get copper, get our cable, or get our wire and cable and stuff like that over here. We've been kind of letting it sit off to the side, kind of neglecting it a little bit up to this point. But it does not appear as though we're going to be able to do that any longer, which means that we're also probably going to need to start. We're probably also going to need to take advantage of our extra nodes over here to keep stuff moving. And turn our sheets on again. One thing too, though, is we can always smelt more of it over here and then truck ingots over there. We don't have to, and make more wire over there. We don't necessarily have to use this wire that we've already got made up. Can, but it's not necessarily a crucial thing. We should check on. I have not been back there for a little bit. Let's check on our hardware. Oh, hello. Iron wire. That actually could be really handy, since we can make a lot of... Ooh, that could be really handy. What is the purpose of compacted coal? Much more efficient alternative for coal, used as fuel for vehicles and coal generators. Okay. So... But it looks like you cannot use compacted coal for steel production. But we could use it for... So if we could find a sulfur deposit someplace, that would be interesting. But this iron wire is really tempting because then we don't have to truck our copper wire over. And because we're making plenty of iron ingots right now. That is... What is a steamed copper sheet? Primarily used for pipelines due to its high corrosion resistance. What's the purpose? Water. It's just water and copper ingot. I don't really get what the purpose of the steamed copper sheet is, but the iron wire is nice, especially since we just found out that we're going to need a bunch of wire for that special. Whatever you want to call it, for that new type of automated wiring or whatever. So, but sulfur, I believe, can we find that now? Scannable resource. I think, if I remember correctly, there was sulfur potentially over by our coal, maybe at some point. Boy, is it taking its time. Oh my god, 2,200 meters. It's not even close. Okay. 2,900 meters. Hilarious. Okay. But we do actually have a ridiculous surplus of ingots right now. Always have. That one's actually running nice and even, so we're going to keep that there. I don't want to mess with that one too much until we get more bigger smelters. I don't think we're having any issue with that. We could probably steal some off of this. Oh, but that's making plates, and that's making rods. Okay, but what we could do is steal off of this, since we are stealing iron from this to make wire. Okay, so what we can do, since we've got the ability, and we've got room for it right here, I'm thinking we are gonna smelt some more iron, specifically to make iron wire. And my only hesitation is that it is moving quick. It's using 90 iron a minute, but I think that thing is kicking out 120. And we can transport 120. Which the smelter can only handle 30 anyways. Yeah, that's kicking out 120. So, we can afford to put a splitter in here, which I think we're gonna do. Let's see. Let's get rid of that, and get rid of that. Put a splitter in. Okay, so we're good there. And just because I want to keep this a little bit more manageable, okay. Okay. And then we want this to make iron ingots. And then we want, immediately after that, this is just gonna, I think this is just gonna make iron wire. I've got enough other ingot repositories laying around. I'm not going to worry about putting a storage container in. Alternate iron wire. Okay. Okay, so are we good to go? No. Oh, because it needs supplies. And it's keeping up all right, so that's good. This has no power. Okay, we're good there. Kicking out iron wire, 12.5 a minute. Oh, that is taking forever. Oof. Well, now I'm almost thinking that that's going to take way too long. Also, we have no power. But it makes 9. So it actually makes 18 a minute. Need to kick on another biomass burner, apparently. Or a couple more. Okay, so now we've got that. Now we've got that going. I would love to get a power slug to... There's a few of them that I'd like to get power slugs for. But... let's see what our next tier stuff. Let's see what our next tier items are. Hypertubes. Oh, we need 50 more of those beams. Ah, there is our our nice new conveyor belts and pipelines. Our stackable pipes and their big storage containers. Okay. So that's concrete, beams, and pipes. Okay, well, let's get this hypertubes one. Let's get that one done. Made 300 sheets of copper. Which I know we've got that. We need 300 pipes and 50 beams. I want to check what's required for the beams. 4 pipes and 5 concrete. Put out a beam. Okay. So I did, or 4 beams and concrete. Okay, so I'm just gonna need to grab some concrete. That's not what I want. We'll grab 1, 2, 300 pipes. Those may get made slow enough. I'm kind of glad that we're not using anything for them at the moment. So are we just waiting on more beams? Yeah, they're getting made, just kind of slow. 15 a minute. Okay. But I didn't see anything waiting on supplies in that line, so that is good. We can get our encased industrial beams made up. Since I don't have anything automated for that yet, we'll have to hand make them. Not a catastrophe though, so that's doable. Taking forever though. $47, $48, $49, and $50. So that should be everything we need to complete that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've got lots of copper sheets left on me. Bam. Hypertubes.
Milestone reached. Fixit Incorporated has processed and incorporated frequent Pioneer requests for pipe-based personal transport. Introducing Hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today. Note: Fixit Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by irresponsible use of this product.
Okay. Hypertubes is an entrance. The actual tubes themselves are just sheets and steel tubes. Hypertube supports have concrete and sheets. That's not hateful. Kind of want to build one, to be honest. Like, I kind of want to just start one. Like, just put one maybe from like our copper deposits over to the iron deposits. So just to see what it does. Never used one. Oh, interesting. There's a heavy modular frame. So I'm assuming you need an entrance at each end. Okay. The hell's a heavy modular frame? That seems interesting. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a hypertube from here, pulling out here, I think. Maybe run it underneath and then over to the copper area. Just so I can zip over there when I need to, I guess. Just a quick little train station, basically. Let's try it. Hypertube entrance. Bam. Okay. We can get that hooked up to power. Okay. So then let's do hypertube, which is awesome. Put one here. Maybe it just drops you off right here. And then we'll put another entrance in, I guess. Oh. Oh. Whee! Thump. Ooh, that is cool. So if I just... Oh, you can go back through. Excellent. Couldn't be happier about that. That is truly outstanding. Because you could totally just make a hypertube, then make one make one go all the way back to the... Yeah, make one go all the way back to the coal area. That seems fun. That might be a project for next episode. But speaking of next episode, I think we might wrap it up for this week because we've got our steel going. We've got coal run over. It's been a good day for that. Got a lot of things organized. We've got beams and pipes getting made. We've got our assembler here, which is making versatile framework, which is good because we need quite a bit of that. And then we also are going to need, next time we're going to start making the what are they called? We'll start making some stators, and then we'll make the automated wiring. The stators are beams and wire, which we've got our iron wire being made, so we'll have that. The motors, we'll have to do something with that. I'm not sure what, but so yeah. But then the stators we'll make, and we'll turn that into automated wiring because that's just cable. So that's interesting. So actually, it might make more sense for those to actually take pipes and send them over to the copper area, since we're getting automated wiring through wire and cable. Interesting. Okay, so because then what we can do is take our iron wire here and put it in to an assembler right here, and then take our assembler with our stators and run that over to copper, which I'm kind of almost thinking I'd want to do at this point. Who knows? But either way, ooh, what are these? What if the hyper tubes can go vertical? You just jump in and it's just thump. This is really entertaining. It's fantastic. Can't get enough of riding these things. Okay, but I think we are gonna wrap it up for this week. So, everybody, want to thank you once again for watching episode 5 of Satisfactory from Scratch. We're in the Rocky Desert. So you got quite a bit done on this episode. We'll come back on the next episode and we'll get our stator and automated wiring manufacturing setup, and then we can actually pump that into the space elevator and unlock tier 5 and 6. So once again, this is Satisfactory from Scratch. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Everybody have a good rest of your day.